Hello everyone, welcome back to Andrina's Creations. Today's video I'll be showing you how to do your own Barbie invitations. I've been seeing lately all around social media that this theme is becoming popular again. So today I'll be showing you how to customize your own. Also, if you don't have no one that you want to create this for, you can also sell these invitations as a PDF file. If you have your own website or if you have Etsy or any other platforms that you would like to sell your invitations, all you have to do is save them as a PDF file. You know that I always use Silhouette Business Edition, and if you do not have this software, I highly recommend it. You can download the free version, which is called Silhouette Basic Edition. It is free to use. You do not need a cutting machine to use this software, but I highly recommend getting Business Edition. I do have my affiliate link down below. Usually it costs around $100, but if you click on my Swing Design affiliate link, it's usually around $60, and this is a one-time payment. And remember, you do not need a cutting machine to use this software. I know a lot of people is also going to ask, what version do I have? It's version 4.4, but it doesn't automatically matter which version you have as long as you have Silhouette Business Edition. So I am going to start showing you how to design them. You are going to open up your software, and the first thing you need to do is set up your page size or your paper size. Right now it is on 12 by 12, but we are not going to be printing on 12 by 12 paper. I am going to go to my first icon, which is the first icon on the right, looks like a paper. It's called page setup. Where it says media size, I am going to change it to 8 by 11 because that is the paper size that you're going to be using. Usually is on portrait, but I am going to change mine to landscape. The next thing that I'm going to show you, if you are brand new to Silhouette, I highly recommend doing this next step is going to your preferences all the way on your bottom right corner. You're going to click there, and where it says tools, everything that says after creating a shape, after drawing, after using eraser, all this right here, click choose to select. After you do that, click on apply and click on OK. The reason why I say that is because every time you click on any of these shapes on the right, on the left, I'm sorry, it's going to go right back to your cursor. But if you do not click on choose to select, it's going to automatically keep drawing more shapes or keep cutting with the knife tool, etc. And I don't want you guys to get confused. Okay, so the standard size of a invitation is 5 by 7, but you can do any size of your choice. Remember, there is never no right or wrong on how you want to make your stuff. There is not a correct rule that you have to make it a specific size. But today I will be making mine 5 by 7. So you're going to go to your left and grab the rectangle. You're going to make any rectangle size on your screen. Up here you have a minus sign and a plus sign. That means you could zoom in and you can zoom out. I am going to zoom in so you can see what we are doing. While my shape is selected, up here it says width, and I'm going to type the number 5 and enter. And on my height I'm going to type 7 and enter. And there I have a 5 by 7 rectangle. From here, you are going to color your invitations or add any background. I do have other videos on making invitations, but this one specifically just on a Barbie theme. Check down below for the other video that I made in Silhouette. Okay, so from here, you're going to go to your paint palette. It's called the Fill panel. It's on your right. If you do not know the names of your icons, all you have to do is put your mouse over each icon and you're going to see the names of them. So I'm going to go to the one that looks like a paint palette that is called the Fill panel. And here you're going to have a variety of colors. But if you do not have the colors that you would like, I'm going to show you how to grab a color of your choice. But you can also add a background. I'm going to show you two different ways. So you're going to go to Google, or you're going to go to Creative Fabrica. I am affiliated with them. Design Bundles, Mujka, wherever you get your backgrounds or anything like that, that's where you're going to go and get it. But today, like I said, I'm just going to add a color. And I want the pink Barbie color. So that's exactly what I looked up, pink Barbie color. And I'm going to click on the color that I want. I'm going to right click, copy the image, go into Silhouette, right click and paste. But you also, if you have an image that you like a color from there, so let's say I like the pink here of Barbie's hair. So I'm going to right click, copy, and paste into silhouette. So here, if you click on your rectangle, you're still on your filter page. I'm going to click on the dropper and I'm going to click on Barbie's hair, and then my rectangle is going to change to that color. I do not want that pink. I actually want this pink. So I'm going to click back on the rectangle, click on the dropper, and click on that pink. Okay. And then I'm going to just delete that. You can also look up color palettes and use those colors from a color palette. And you can also save the colors to your filter page here. It says make a new palette, and you could save them here to your computer already. So once this is saved, once this is made and I have the color that I want, now I'm going to show you the shape that I want to add here. So if you look closely, I made this shape that is going slanted right here, this rectangle. So I'm going to show you how to make that. So you're going to go back here to the rectangles. You're going to make any size rectangle of your choice. Another thing, when you're in Silhouette Studio, you specifically do not have to only work here on the mat. You can zoom out and work all around this area. Okay, I'm gonna zoom back in, and I colored it white, but let me color it a different color so you're able to see it. And I'm going to zoom in, and you are going to double click this rectangle. When you double clicked it, it has edit points all around it, so you will see some gray rectangles around it. That means you have the edit points on. And while my edit points are on, I'm going to drag the one on the left. I'm going to drag it down. Do not drag it like this and or like that. Just make sure that this line stays straight, and then just drag it down so you can have that shape. Okay. Once you're satisfied on how it looks, you can unselect it, and now you are left with the shape. Here you can add a background, or you can add a picture or anything of your choice that you would like. You have several options. So let's say a customer sends you already a picture of the client or of the picture of the person that's going to go in there, but you actually don't like the background. You can actually remove the background. So this is what I mean. I'm going to right click, copy image. Just imagine that this is a picture of someone, and I am going to expand it to make it as big as this shape. I'm going to right click it and send it to the back so I can see what's going on. I'm going to right click and duplicate this shape so I can have it there. I'm going to click somewhere here on my screen. I'm going to drag it to select both my shape and the image. How do you know that you have both things selected? Is that you have a rectangle around both things. Now you're going to go to your modify icon, is the shape with the square, the rectangle and the circle. Then you're going to click on crop. And that's how you're going to insert an image of the person that they sent you. But I'm just going to add a background. I looked up light pink glitter. I clicked on it. Then I'm going to right click, copy the image, go into Silhouette, right click and paste. Sometimes your images might come in too big, so all you gotta do is zoom out. I'm going to right click and send this to the back and make it smaller. How do you make it smaller? Is by dragging those white squares right next to it. You can also save backgrounds to your computer. If you want a separate tutorial on how to save patterns into your computer, let me know and comment down below. So I'm going to click somewhere here on my screen, but let me make this a little bit. You can click somewhere here on my screen, and then I'm going to drag my mouse, and then I'm going to let it go, and I have both things selected, and I'm going to click on crop. Now you also have the options to fix your background if you want to scale it up or scale it down. So while it's selected, I'm going to go back to my fill panel, which looks like the paint palette. You have three options here. So I'm going to click on the pattern option. I'm going to click where it says advanced options. And here you have the option to scale it down or to scale it up. And here also you have the option that says pan pattern. I'm going to zoom in so you're able to see this. When I click on pan pattern, this little circle is going to pop up. I'm going to click on it. Do not let it go. And you're able to move your background to the side, up and down, however you would like. Okay, gonna let it go. And I put it too much up, so I'm going to bring it a little bit down. All right. Now you're gonna put this rectangle wherever you would like. All right. If you have the picture that the person sends you, you need to remove the background, you need to go to removebg.com. You're going to upload the image. Once it removes the background, you're going to click on download. Once you download and save it, you're going to go into Silhouette, you're going to go to File, you're going to go to Merge, and you're going to look for the image. And click on OK. Now, I do have Business Edition version 4.4, meaning that every time I bring in a PNG image, meaning it is a transparent background image, Silhouette automatically traces it for me. So it has that red outline around it. I do not want that red outline. So I'm going to go to my line style panels right under my fill panel. I'm going to click on the color option and no color. I'm going to place my image where I want it. I'm going to hold down my shift key, click on that shape, click on that on the little girl, and this little girl is my daughter, and go to the transform panel and click on center so it can be centered, and just bring her down a little bit more. And now I'm going to select them both and move it here to the sides because I am going to divide it right here to cut off the legs. So both of them are selected. I'm going to go back to my modify panel and click on divide. Once I click on divide, I can click delete on her feet. Select everything and group it together. Now I'm going to select these two right here, and I am going to go back to my transform panel and center it together, but I want to bring this up a little bit more. I'm using my arrow keys on my keyboard. So that's how it's looking so far. Now I want to add an outline around this, so just bear with me. I hope you don't get lost in this what I'm going to show you. I'm going to click here on this shape. I am going to go to the offset panel. It looks like a double star. I'm going to click on offset, and I'm going to play around with the distance that I would like. I'm just going to bring it up a little bit more. And I'm going to go to the fill panel and color it black. Okay? And maybe I should remove this so y'all can see it better. Now I'm going to click on that black offset. I am going to go back to my offset, click on offset, and go ahead and play around with the distance that I would like. And I'm actually going to color this one white. Right now it has two offsets. I'm going to bring this in. Right now it has two offsets. That's not what I want. I want to subtract the black one off of the white. So I'm going to go zoom in, and I'm going to click on the black offset, hold my shift key, click on the white one, go to my modify panel, and click on subtract all. It looks like nothing happened, but I'm going to click somewhere here on my screen. I'm going to click on the black offset and click delete on my keyboard. And now I'm left with that. All right. I'm going to actually move this to the side, and I'm going to select it, everything, right click and group it together. And you see it has those red outlines. I'm going to go to the outline panel and click on no color and bring this in. And now I'm left with that. Again, center it. And I'm using the arrow keys to bring it up. Now, if you want the font that's similar to the Barbie font, you're going to go to thefont.com. You're going to search D.I.Y script, D-O-L-L-I-E. You're going to download it and install it to your computer. Before you download and install any fonts to your computer, you need to make sure that Silhouette software is completely closed. Once you install it, then you're going to open it and all your fonts should show up on your software. I do have a separate tutorial on how to download free fonts from thefont.com. Also check down below for that link. So then I'm going to go back to Silhouette. I'm going to click on the A on my left, A on my right, click on the font that I want to use, which is D.I.Y. I'm going to go to my fill option and click on the color white for now. And I'm going to go here on my gray area and I'm going to type her name. Once I see how everything looks, I'm satisfied on everything. Now, as you can see, if you look closely, because this is a script font, you do want to remove those outlines, which you could just go to the outline icon, click on the color and click on the no color. Make sure it's selected. Click on the no color. But if you were cutting this out of vinyl, you had to weld this together. Don't forget, but this is just an invitation. This word is not going to get cut out separately. I do not want them to stay white, so I am going to go back to Google and I am going to look for a gold background. I'm going to select the one that I like. I'm going to right click, copy image, go into Silhouette, right click and paste. I'm actually going to duplicate it because I know I'm using this color again. I'm going to send this one to the back. I'm going to click here somewhere on my screen, drag it to select both the name and the background. I'm going to go to my modify panel and click on crop. And as you can see, the little dots are not together with the name because now we crop this. Before you crop any images or any background into your font, you need to make sure that you have the right font selected, because once you crop something in it, you can no longer change your font. So I am going to select everything with the dots and right click and group it together. I also want to put a small white outline around here. So while my font is selected, I'm going to go back to the line style. On my thickness right now is 0. I'm going to go up maybe to 0.75. Click on the color and click on the color white. Now I am going to place these words where I want them to go. And while it's selected has those white squares around, I'm just going to drag them to make it bigger. While my font is selected, I'm going to go to the offset panel again, click on offset, play around with the distance. You can bring it up or down, however you choose. And then I'm going to, while it's still selected, I'm going to go to the fill panel, and I should already have the pink that I use for the box. I'm going to click on that same pink. And I'm actually going to undo and undo because I do want to put the offset a little bit thicker. So I'm going to repeat it again. While my offset is still selected, I'm going to hold down my shift key, click on the font, right click and group it together so everything can move as one. So now you had to get your Mattel logo. And the way you would do that is you're going to go to Google and look up the Mattel logo. Now this one specifically, as you can see, the L is too connected to the side. So when you go and trace this, you're going to have that opening right here on the side. So I'm actually going to use this one here that doesn't have the words right next to it. I'm just going to right click, copy the image, go into silhouette, right click and paste. And then I'm going to go to trace icon, select trace area, make a box around it, wait till it turns yellow, click where it says trace outer edge. If I click on trace, it's also going to trace those words, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to click where it says trace outer edge, delete that image. I want to add this background to that, so I'm going to click here, drag my mouse to select both, go into my modify panel and click on crop. While it's selected, remember if you unselect it, it's not selected, but if I click on it, it's selected. I'm going to go to my offset panel, click on offset, play around with the distance of your choice. And I am going to color it white and click on the outline color, no color. I'm going to select them both and group it together. I'm going to click on the A on my left, A on my right, and type whatever you want on this logo. Once you're done typing, you're going to click somewhere else to get off the edit mode. You're going to click back on it. So you're still here on the A on your left. I'm going to center it. And then you're going to click on the font that you will like. I think right here is Copper Black or Cooper Black, however you say it. As you can see, you see that red outline. I'm going to go to the outline panel and click on the no color. The way you rotate it is I use the little green circle and just rotate it a little bit. I'm going to click somewhere here on my screen, drag it, right click, and group it together so everything is grouped. Now you're going to start typing out the information that you want to type. Again, this is just a very basic invitation, but you can design it however you would like. So now I am just going to go back to my A on my left, back on my A on my right. Click on the fonts that you would like. I'm going to choose Comic Sans. Go on the color and click on the color white. I'm going to come over here on my left and I'm going to start typing. All right, I am not going to unselect it because I still want to stay here on the edit mode. I want where it says join us for a celebration all to be on one line. So while you're still here on the edit mode, you see this line, thick green line here. I'm going to put my mouse over it and you'll see that you have this, your cursor is going to change. So I'm just going to drag it to the side until I see that celebration goes up. Like that. Then now I'm going to unselect it to get off the edit mode. I'm going to click back on it. I'm going to go back to the A on the left and center it. On the right and center it. I am going to remove that red outline and I am going to place it wherever you want. I'm going to click on the same thing that I just typed, right click and duplicate it. Put it on the side, double click it to go back on the edit mode, select everything and just click delete on your keyboard, and now you can start typing with the same font. unselect it. I mean, wait, don't unselect it because you can see that PM is down here. So I need to drag it just a little bit so it could be all in the same line. Now I'm going to unselect it, and then I am going to hold down my shift key to straighten this one up, and I am going to add this one down here. I'm going to click back on the A on my left, just type the number 11 and the plus sign. Make sure to remove them red outlines. Now I'm going to go back to Google and I am going to look for a pink birthday banner PNG. I'm going to click on one, and then this is a PNG. PNG, like I said, it is a transparent background image. As you can see, the white and gray rectangles behind it. You need to right click and save it to your computer. Once you save it, you're going to go to Silhouette, go to File, and go to Merge, and look wherever you save the image, or you can go to your quick access and find your the image that you save, and you could just drag it into Silhouette. I'm going to click on it, remove them red outlines. I'm going to go back into Google and I am going to look for I'm going to type gold overlay PNG. So these are just overlays that you can put over. It's like, make sure it is a PNG image. Like this one right now, it is not a PNG. You see the gray and white rectangles, that means it is a PNG. So you're going to look for the one you like, and then you're going to right click and save it. Once you save it, I'm going to go to my quick access and look for the one that I just saved. So I saved this one, and I'm going to click on it and remove all them red outline color. Let me zoom out a little bit. And I'm going to click on this image. As you can see, it came in way too big. So I'm just going to size it to the same size as the invitation. I am going to put it, the width, I'm going to type 5. And then the height, I'm going to type 7. I am going to group all this together, right click and group it. And I'm going to click on this overlay, hold the shift key, click on the invitation. I have the invitation already grouped. I'm going to go to my transform panel and click on center to center everything together. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. So I don't know if y'all can see here on the screen, has like gold little flakes all around. All right, so I'm actually going to group everything together, and you are done here. If you want to continue adding more stuff, feel free to do so. I'm going to actually right click this entire invitation and duplicate it, and you can fit 2 to a page. So now you are done from here. Now if you are printing for yourself, you can just print at home. You can use glossy photo paper. There's so many options out there on different kind of photo papers to choose from. And then you're just going to grab the same size of envelope. So this was a 5x7 invitation. You're going to grab an envelope that these invitations fit in. If by any means you do not have a printer at home, you can still design your invitations, and then you are going to save this as a PDF file. You do need business edition to save this as a PDF file. If you do not have business edition, I do have a separate tutorial on how to save PDF files using the regular version. But you are going to go to File, you're going to go to Save As, Save to Hard Drive. Right here where it says Save As Type, you're going to go all the way down where it says Portable Document Format. That means PDF. You're going to click on it and name your file. What you're going to do is you're going to save that to a USB stick, and then you're going to go over there to your printing local shop. You're going to enter your USB drive and you're going to print it. Or if you don't have a USB stick, you can just email this file to your local printing shop and they will print it for you. If you are selling these files, you will do the same steps. You will save this as an PDF file. Then you need your customer's email address, and then you are going to type, you're going to go into your email, you're going to type in your customer's email, and you're going to attach your PDF file, and you're going to email it to your customer. The only thing that the customer has to do is print. They don't need to edit nothing. They don't need no other extra software or nothing. All they need to do is to make sure they are able to open the PDF file. The size will not change. The font will not change. Everything will stay just like this. All your customer has to do is buy the envelopes, print the invitations, and cut them out. Alright guys, so we are done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys learned something new in this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and comment down below anything else you would like to learn from me. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe and click on the notification bell to get notified every time I upload new videos. Again, thank you so much for all my true supporters that have been following me on this journey. We are on the road to 50K. I can't wait to reach our goal, guys. I am so excited. But if you have any other suggestions of any other videos, feel free to comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media on Facebook and Instagram. And if you're not in my Facebook crafting group, it is called Andrina's Kreations Crafting Lounge. If you do try to design any invitations, feel free to go ahead over there and post them. I would love to see your work. As always, I hope everyone's having a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.